Hey guys, hope all of you are doing super well. Today we'll be talking about few tools that a lot of freelancers should be using, and it's not just about freelancing, right? It's more about work in general. So whenever you're planning to, work on a project for your school or work for a project for your college or work on a freelancing project, then these are few tools that you would definitely require. And these just ease out your process, give you less stress, and just make you more efficient in your work. By the way, this video is brought to you by Zyro. Zyro is a really amazing drag and drop platform to build websites. So if you're planning to build a website for your business, if you're planning to build a website for your client, or if you just want to build your own portfolio, could be for graphic designing or could be for something that you'd really love to do. They have a really easy drag and drop platform, so there's no need to code at all. You can just go to the platform, pick one of the templates, change the text, change the images, and do everything visually instead of writing a single line of code. This way you can make websites way faster, and if you just want to make a really simple website really fast, Zyro is the perfect way to go. Go to the link in the description box, type in Harish as the coupon code, and you'll straight up get a 30% off on their plans. Now let's move on to the video. These are tools that I use on a day-to-day basis for my college and also for my work. The first tool that I recommend all of you guys to use is Google Meet. Now on a day-to-day basis, we have like 2-3 meetings, and as far as college is concerned, I'm just bombarded with lectures. So Google Meet is a platform all of them use. Unlike Zoom, you don't have to download anything. And unlike Zoom, there's no cap, there's no 40-minute cap on the free tier. So because of these two simple reasons, Google Meet is preferred. And also it doesn't consume a lot of internet. Sharing a screen is super easy. So whenever you guys are, demonstrating or, just pitching your services to your clients, you can use Google Meet and, pitch to your clients. The second tool that's super important is Calendly. Calendly helps you schedule meetings and makes the scheduling part super easy. So it's pretty easy to use. Just log into Calendly, go to the account, go to the dashboard, and make slots that say when you're free. You can generate a unique link that you can send over to your potential clients or potential partners or people with whom you just want to talk with. And once they click on the link, they'll see a nice calendar interface. They can select the slot, they can select the time, and then Calendly does the magic. It'll send you a Google Calendar notification. It'll block the slot. Calendly also has an option to add Google Meet or Zoom as your conferencing tool. So what it does is whenever someone schedules a meeting with you at a particular time, it'll automatically email them the Google Meet link or the Zoom link, and you guys can simply hop on the meet at that particular time. This way you don't have to create separate links and leave all that hassle to Calendly. It takes care of it. The third tool that I recommend all of you guys to use is called Notion. It's a tool that one of my friends Yash recommended, and it's a really cool tool. Like you might have noticed, right, on Google Suite, you have Google Sheets, you have Google Docs, you have Google Slides, and a lot of other things. And collaborating is easy, but you have a lot of these products. What Notion does is that it gives you a very simple, easy to use interface and combines the power of Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, all of them with tons of integrations. And I'm not kidding, you can actually make a website, a full-fledged website using Notion. So it's very powerful. It could be, like a lot of people use it for their productivity purposes. They use it to organize their daily tasks. They organize it to, maybe keep track of spreadsheets, keep track of things they're doing. And it's a very useful tool. Another tool that I use is called G Suite. So what G Suite does is that it gives you a business email address. So if I say, for example, own the domain name google.com, I can have an email address that says harish@google.com. If I own a domain called facebook.com, I can have an email address that says harish@facebook.com. This just makes your email address look very professional, and when you're like sending out cold emails or when you're contacting someone or when you're sharing a contact with someone, it seems way more professional than saying, hey, my email address is harish@gmail.com. Now maybe it's not a huge priority, but I think it's quite important for people to have a professional email address. So if you're looking into that, then check out G Suite. Right now they have an offer running. It costs around 125 rupees per month. So if you're someone who thinks that professionalism is very important, then you can give G Suite a shot. It's super easy to use, and yeah, having a professional email address is a must nowadays. The next tool, it's more of a social media platform that all freelancers should be in, is LinkedIn, of course. Now, obviously, I've made a lot of videos about LinkedIn, but let me get it straight. LinkedIn is the place where you find clients. That's the place where you can research about clients. That's the place where you can know the persona of your client, right? So LinkedIn and Twitter, you got to leverage both of these platforms. Because remember, just think about it, right? If you have few high-paying clients, then that means that you can have a nice livelihood. But finding those few high-paying clients is the difficult part, and then retaining them is much harder than that. And that's why I think personalization is something that's important. You got to understand what your client actually needs. And if you just go to their LinkedIn profile, you can just scroll through it, find where they studied, if they studied in the same college as you did, or if they, went to the same preschool as you did, or if they have the same skills that you did. You can also, go check out the posts that they make. So you'll get a brief understanding about what kind of person he or she is, and accordingly personalize and DM them saying, hey, I saw that you're interested in football. Even I'm a Manchester United fan. Can we have a chat about it? And start an informal relationship, which eventually benefits you in your business space as well. So my point is, leverage all of these platforms. Be on Twitter, be on LinkedIn, observe what's happening. Especially Twitter, it's a great platform to know what skills are in demand, what products are being used. Like, I came to know about a lot of tools through Twitter itself. Like, a lot of people talk about these tools, and that really helps you, know about the world, what's happening around the world. If you're on Twitter, then you can know what's happening in the US. You can know how an entrepreneur from Silicon Valley is thinking, how an entrepreneur from Singapore is thinking. So there are a lot of ways of doing things and observing patterns. All of this can be done if you're on LinkedIn or Twitter. Leverage both of these platforms, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope this video was insightful. It was a very short video. If you have any questions about the tools that I discussed, then feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.